Hey everyone, welcome to the Anything and Everything podcast. I'm Dan Gill, and we got Zenodro here. Today we will be continuing our conversation from last week, where we'll be going through the different Emmy winners from a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, so we were just talking about, the Emmy winners for Best Drama and Best Comedy, right? Best Drama being Succession and Best Comedy being Ted Lasso.
Mm-hmm.
Both deserving of those accolades, I think, and Dan disagrees because for some reason he thinks Abbott Elementary.
I'm just saying, like from the perspective of comedy, it definitely should have been Abbott Elementary.
Mm-hmm. But there, I think all the shows that I know of that were in both categories
Mm-hmm.
were they deserve those nominations,
Oh
right?
yeah, I agree.
And I could see some of the shows that for next year will be most likely to be in the categories somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
There won't be too many changes. At least for drama, I do think I've only seen the first episode. I saw it last night, but House of the Dragon, I think, will be nominated for best drama.
Yeah, I could care less about that
And
show because I didn't watch Game of Thrones either.
well, I would say you missed out you were missing out if this was back like when season 6 was airing, but after the train wreck that was season 8, you're not really missing much.
True.
But they're retconning it, I think. They announced another show, another spin-off, which is going to be based off of one of the characters. It's called John. It's like based on the main character, Jon Snow. So I think they're going to retcon it.
Oh, yeah, I heard so much about him when that shit was airing. So, I mean, I can understand.
Yeah, man, it's going to be dope though. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna, it's but that's not the topic for today. What's the topic?
No, we're going through the actors and actresses that won.
So,
So we
do you have
got.
the list?
I'm just gonna go down the list. So if we don't recognize the winner, we don't have to spend too much time on it. So we got outstanding lead actress in a comedy series. The nominees were Jean Smart for Hacks, Rachel Brosnahan for The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Quinta Brunson for Abbott Elementary, Kaylee Cuoco for Flight Attendant, Elle Fanning for The Great, and Issa Rae for Insecure. The winner went to Jean Smart for Hacks. I haven't watched Hacks, so I really can't say whether or not she deserves the award or not. Um, but I did watch Abbott Elementary, and I did watch Insecure, and I watched the first episode of The Flight Attendant. I didn't watch the rest of it.
Is that with Kaylee Cuoco? You said?
The Flight Attendant, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it. I saw it with my brother. Yeah, it wasn't bad, but there wasn't enough to keep me going.
Okay.
And as for her role,
Mm-hmm.
uh, she was essentially. I think she, unfortunately, doesn't have much range. I think as an actress, she is essentially playing the same character that she played on The Big Bang Theory, which I don't think you've ever watched, or have you?
No, I've seen like episodes from Big Bang Theory. Like I've definitely watched over 20 episodes for sure.
Yeah.
Um, but isn't The Flight Attendant more of a drama than a comedy?
Yeah, but her character is still kind of similar to that character in a way.
I,
It
I, I
doesn't.
think I think it's her tone. her tone get like it just sounds like that type of character.
I guess. She's great in
Because
Harley Quinn, though.
I watched her in what show was it? Charmed when that was on TV. She was like in the last couple seasons, and it's just her tone of voice. Like you instantly like associate it with a certain type of character. Because like it sounds kind of whiny, but then also kind of sarcastic.
Okay, okay, I could see that. But yeah, I didn't think she deserved. I don't know if she deserved the nomination. Definitely didn't deserve to win though.
But you know
Uh,
what? You know what's interesting about the Emmys? So Ted Lasso won outstanding drama. I mean, outstanding comedy. But Abbott Elementary won outstanding writing for a comedy series.
Wait, so say it again.
So Ted Lasso won outstanding comedy, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Abbott Elementary won outstanding writing for a comedy series.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying that if one wins the writing award, they should be in line to win the best.
I say that's how I feel.
Hmm.
Because like if you're judging it based off of like comedy is like is about the writing.
Not always, though. It's also about the delivery. The direction, the shots, all of it kind of plays a part. Um, you never like. I know with the Oscars it's a little different, but when they have the adapted screenplay or original screenplay nominations,
Mhm.
you know, they don't always win. They don't go on to win the best picture, right? I
Most of
think
the time they do though.
not always though. And also, you have the best adaptive screenplay and the best original screenplay. I think for original screenplay, like usually, like someone like Quentin Tarantino usually will win, because the
Mhm.
screenplay is just amazing. But there's just so much more that goes into a film, and for the Emmys, for a TV show, that plays a part in making it, you know, something much more real. Ted Lasso is able to invoke this emotional component out of people. It's just which I
That's what I'm saying. I
didn't.
feel like that's where the drama comes in though.
Yeah, yeah, I got what you're saying in that regard. But it is a dramedy. So I guess, but I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, I just feel like if you're saying something has like outstanding writing for its genre, and it's
Hmm.
also nominated for outstanding comedy, I feel like those should like if one wins one, it should also win the other category. Because
Mm.
like when you're judging comedy, especially like you're saying like which one is the which is the funniest show essentially.
Yeah, that is true.
So like the writing has to be like the best.
Mm.
Like so outstanding writing would be like all right, the jokes are they have the best jokes. They wrote the best jokes.
It's true. Okay, I agree. You know, um,
No, I don't like don't get me wrong. I love Ted Lasso, but I just didn't feel. I felt I was like my emotions were more tugged at versus like how much I was laughing at the show.
I see. Okay, okay. You're thinking that, yeah, that it wasn't the best funny show, if we're gonna
Right,
make give it a more
right.
appropriate name, um, since it's more drama based,
Mm.
especially in the second season,
Oh yeah.
compared to the first. Then Abbott Elementary, where although there are parts that are, definitely drama.
Mm,
In the end, it is more of a comedy,
right.
and it's based off of like, it's going off that mockumentary style that we talked about,
Mm,
that The Office made famous, right?
yeah.
So, and for those that don't know, Abbott Elementary is about film crew going into one of these, I guess what you could say, rundown schools in
It's one of the an
Philadelphia, right?
underprivileged Philadelphia school district.
I think that's a more PC way to say it. Run down.
They're not like run down like where
Yeah,
like
no, it looks nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they're just
Oh God,
underprivileged.
guys, don't hate me. Good thing I can't see the comments right now. Imagine like there are like a bunch of people just like freaking roasting me. It's like, how could you say? I'm Latino, by the way, so I can't like say certain things. No, I'm just kidding.
Did you
Next
even
time,
post the link I sent
I'll
you?
bring my sombrero and my poncho. Next time. My grandpa's poncho.
There's only one viewer,
That we're
Valentina Alcaraz.
Alcares. Oh, Latino like me. I'm Colombian, by the way. If you couldn't tell, it's like, no, I am not white. No soy blanco. Yeah.
All right,
That's why Dan's
let's get
friends
back
with
to
me.
the list.
Dan hates white people. No, I'm just kidding.
I have hella white friends.
I think you have more white friends than I.
All right,
The
let's
amount of
see.
weddings you get invited to, yeah. But
Oh yeah,
so
that's
who's
enough.
next? What's next? What's next? What other?
All right, outstanding lead actor in a limited or anthology series or a movie. We
I
got
haven't, but we haven't seen those. I feel like those we're not gonna know those
yeah, no,
much.
I definitely didn't watch Dope Sick. I didn't watch The Staircase. I didn't watch Under the Banner of Heaven. I didn't watch scenes.
I've seen the staircase.
I seen scenes from a marriage. And Andrew Garfield was nominated for that one.
Didn't he
Another
win? Did he win?
no. Sebastian Stan for Pam and Tommy, then Himesh Patel for Station 11. Michael Keaton won for Dope Sick.
Okay.
I
But
didn't
who
watch
won?
it though. I heard it was good.
How was the drama? What are the drama actors?
Uh, outstanding lead actress in a drama series. We have Reese Witherspoon for The Morning Show, Sandra Oh for Killing Eve, Melanie Linsky for Yellow Jackets, Lenny for Ozark, Jodie Comer for Killing Eve, and Zendaya for Euphoria. And Zendaya won that one, obviously.
Not obviously, but
No, like the role
she's
Zendaya plays in
incredible
that
in the role.
show
I've only
is
seen a few
insane.
episodes, but from what I've seen, different from like her, how she is like in real life from what I've seen. You know
Mm.
what I mean? It's incredible.
Honestly, from the last season, I don't know who's nominated for outstanding like supporting actress in drama. Uh, I thought they should have nominated Maud Apatow because she did amazing in Euphoria this past season.
I gotta watch the show. I probably will watch it with my brother. I don't know if he's seen it. Too many episodes. We are trying to look for something new to watch, so Euphoria is definitely on the list. I got a bunch of shows on the list. Who else? How about best actor in a drama?
Best actor in the drama we got Jeremy Strong for Succession, Adam Scott for Severance, Bob Odenkirk for Better Call Saul.
Odenkirk, but yeah.
Yeah, Bob Odenkirk. Brian Cox for Succession, Jason Bateman for Ozark, and then Lee Jun Jae for Squid Game.
Oh, and Squid Game. Yeah, he won, right?
Yeah, he won.
Yes. Oh God, he did
I love
a
that show, so I'd
yes.
say he well deserving.
Yeah, no. I've seen all of those shows except Severance because I am not going to pay for Apple Plus or Apple
Until Ted
TV.
Lasso comes back out.
Yeah, and then I'll watch Severance. That's when I'll watch Severance. But yeah, uh, But I hear that show is like the next big thing, Severance. So I think we'll probably see it. Was that a drama? That was a drama. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's no.
So I hear that may be the next big thing. But yeah, uh, he deserved it for Squid Game. Squid Game was amazing. It was an amazing show. I loved it. I loved the
It
premise.
was.
Um, you know, really that this just as a show in general is
Squid
like,
Games also took best guest actress in a drama series.
oh, okay.
So they won in those two categories.
Problem is that I don't think I see it like being able to recapture the magic from the first season. But that's not the point of the discussion. The point of the discussion was his acting. And he did an amazing job.
Yeah.
Uh, his progression in the story from being, this guy who's just like, taking advantage of his frail mom, at first, and not
Hmm.
attention to his daughter, and being like, it's kind of like in a way the opposite of like, not like literally too much, but like in a way like the opposite of Breaking Bad, where you see like this guy who, per
Yeah.
society standards is seen as a good person, and then through the course of the series progresses into, I guess, his more evil self, you could say, or like what innately who he is, right? And then toward
Uh,
the end,
yeah.
yeah, and then which in my opinion Breaking Bad is still like the best
I,
character
I
study
mean,
of
I wouldn't
anybody.
even say that though, because like as the season progressed, like he ultimately did want everyone to like make it to the end, but he thought the old man was, spoiler alert, he thought the old man was going like senile anyway. He just tried to take into that. I feel like that was the only evil aspect you can see from him towards the end of the show.
Wait, say that again.
I'm
For the
saying
last.
like that was like the only evil aspect. Him like trying to like gyp the old man because he thought he was going crazy.
Yeah, that showcase like that he still had some of those con artist tendencies, but
Mm,
when you're put in that position, right, where you are going to be ultimately killed and you need to win,
yeah,
I kind of see it, him doing that. But he grew this rapport with that other girl. Remember that, spoiler
yeah.
alert, dies, and because the other guy killed her and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And then he ultimately goes back. He could have just walked away at the end of the series, and he didn't. He's going back to try to fix things that he,
Yeah.
you know.
Wasn't
Um,
also because like wasn't his brother involved in the Squid Games too?
no, that was the brother of the police officer, I thought.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
And but yeah, the show is really good.
Yeah, it was.
I don't think they'll be able to do it again like the same way, like as good. But
It'll takes it'll take a lot. That's all I'll say.
so that's best actor. Who was best supporting actor?
And then best supporting actress in a drama series. That went to Julia Garner for Ozark.
Julia Garner. I'm trying to. Have you seen Ozark?
I watched the first season. That was it.
She's the Southern girl. Remember?
Oh, okay. The one that was like
Yeah,
flip flopping at first, and
yeah.
then yeah,
You
okay.
know where she's from? Like
No, where?
in real life, Julia Gardner. She's from the Bronx. When I found that out, actually, she's from She was born in Riverdale, New York. It says, but I
Okay.
could have sworn that she said that she was from like, but she's not. She's not from the South, but she plays the Southern accent perfect. I think.
Hmm.
You know.
She plays that character well.
Yeah. So she was well deserved of the character, I guess the nomination and the win. I think. Who were the other ones? The supporting.
You got Patricia Arquette for Severance, Jung Ho Yeon from Squid Games, Christina Ricci from Yellow Jackets, Rhea Seahorn from Better Call Saul, uh, Jade Kane from Succession, Sam Snow from, and Sweeney from Euphoria.
Okay. No, yeah, I think she deserved it. She did a really good job. Um, the Ozark show is actually, as a whole, it was a really good show.
I couldn't watch it after the first season.
And why not?
I just felt like everybody was doing stupid shit from the very start of the show. And I can't watch a show when like everyone's just making stupid decisions.
Because it's unrealistic. Because in real life, they would have just ended up dead, or
Yeah,
it would have just ended in some sort of bad fashion. Yeah, no, I see it.
like from the
I,
very first episode, I'm like, first of all, like I'm confronting my wife about like her cheating on me, and I'm just like, let's go. Like it's not an issue. I'm gonna be pissed. Like I'm not. She wouldn't even been along for the ride at that point.
yeah, I guess, yeah.
It's like they're just making them do stupid shit just to drive the show along.
hmm And it keeps getting worse. They just get into more
Yeah.
situations.
So I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm not gonna waste my time with that.
See, with me, I just like go with the flow, which shows usually. I just like allow the show to kind of, set its own pace, and I just say, okay, you know what I mean.
Mm,
I really, at the end of the day, care about the emotional component, as in like, can it grab me? Can it be like make me feel a certain way?
okay.
You know. But I also believe in certain things like, you know, in general, there's so many great shows, right? But
Mm,
at the end of the day, for a show to really stick that landing with their endings, not too many shows can do that. Only a few shows have been able to accomplish that. Breaking Bad being one of them,
mm,
um, as well as probably uh, not Sopranos. Even though I know what they were doing, and I get the gist of what they did. Um, yeah, not that many. Breaking Bad is the only one that I could think of off the top of my head. Ozark's ending kind of was not like it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either.
mm.
Not as trash as the Game of Thrones ending, but that's for another day.
All right, let's get into some musical ones. For Variety Special Live, the winner went to the halftime show with Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and all that.
Oh yes, that was amazing. I talked with Nittin on with that about that with Nittin Nitty B. For those that you don't know him, he thinks I'm trash in music though. So you can check out my Spotify if you know um, you want to make your own opinion, right?
Yeah, go for it.
Uh huh.
Don't let other people tell you. Listen to
Yeah,
it for yourself.
yeah. Don't let Nitty B tell you you're trash. Don't let yo Nittin like can you Nitty like can I be on one of your songs? Nah, bro, you trash. True story. Mhm.
And Adele won Variety Special pre-recorded for her one night only showing. I really thought Harry Potter 20th anniversary was going to take that.
Yeah, that's because you're in love with Harry Potter, like. Which I'm
I
surprised you
just
don't
feel
want to see the Daniel that why what is I was gonna say Wyclef. Gee, I mean the Weird Al
John.
Yankovic movie with Daniel Radcliffe. What?
No. I thought it was gonna be in theaters. I said I'm not gonna pay to go see it.
Yeah, no, it's on the Roku channel. I want to see that. I actually do want to see it.
When does it come out?
I think November 1st or something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
The only
I'll
reason I want to though when they like, I think they did kind of like a bad thing with the marketing because it wasn't until recently when people figured out what they were actually trying to do with the movie.
Mm, yeah.
Because originally it looked like they were actually trying to do a biopic, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
when,
And then it
when
just
the
switched.
last trailer that just like recently came out like a few weeks ago, it became apparent that it wasn't a true biopic at all. It was a parody of a biopic. And then I
Mm.
was sold because that's Weird Al Yankovic's whole spiel. So I'm
Yeah,
excited.
yeah. I mean, they signed
Uh,
off. He signed off on it, so
yeah, he's in the movie as well. He does a cameo and stuff like that. He's in the trailer. The yeah, Weird Al Yankovic. So yeah, I'm excited for that. Rainn Wilson's in it from The Office. Dwight. So it's just gonna be a good
oh,
movie.
Chadwick Boseman won a Emmy postmortem.
For what? What if? Right?
Yeah, character voiceover performance. He won
Yep.
for What If.
That's dope. I hope. Do you think that they should recast T'Challa?
I mean, I feel like if they have like material to not need to, then they need to.
I feel like they should have originally recast him. I still think this a Black Panther movie is gonna be good, but
Yeah,
hopefully
I'm
it's
interested
the
to see what they do.
hopefully it's the movie that saves Phase 4. But I don't
Yeah,
know.
we'll see.
Every other movie's not been that great. Even though I kind of like Thor, Doctor Strange, I think the problem with Doctor Strange was the marketing was way off. I think that they should have
In what
never
way?
called. They should have never. I think just from the title itself, they should have never called it Multiverse of Madness because literally it was just them going into one other reality. If you're excluding the part where they're like jumping between like a bunch of different universes for like a minute, that's it. And it's I think it was just like kind of stupid. You know, I think they should have yeah called it something else. Like something
I
more
didn't
in
mind the name.
what Wanda was doing because the expectations were too high after Spider-Man No Way Home, and then them showing Professor Xavier during one of the trailers was actually a
Mhm.
big mistake as well. That should have been saved for the movie when people actually went to watch it.
I,
They're just
I
not doing
mean,
the Marvel
I just
universe.
feel like it's obvious though. Like, I feel like it was obvious for them to get like if they were going to introduce like even if you just saw like who like Professor Xavier, you would have expected it to be who it was.
Yeah, it just I don't know. I always go and I'll keep saying this for any time we like talk about like movies and what makes them good, what makes them classics, is what Martin Scorsese said, right? What constitutes a classic movie? Like what makes a classic movie, right? And he said, when you go out of a movie, like you don't remember the plot essentially, right? You remember scenes primarily, right? And we talked about this before when we talked about the top
See,
film.
I don't know because I feel like if there's a movie that I watched, I'd probably be able to tell you
Like,
more
yeah,
about
you could
like
tell
the gist of the
general plot,
movie. Yeah,
but
but
like
like
there's scenes, you know what I mean? Like when I remember back in the day when The Dark Knight came out, right? I spoke about, or I mean, I remember, we talking about like what made that movie great. And I remember when I first saw it, right? You come out of the theater and you're like, the pencil scene. When I say that, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know, um, the scene, every Joker scene,
Mhm.
right? The bank scene at the beginning, right? Those are scenes that stick out to you, and you remember them kind of like very, they stick out in your mind. And so that's how I kind of rate movies now. But the problem with that method is that you have to kind of do it like a little bit ahead, like as in
I,
like
I just feel
you
like you
can't do it
can't.
right away always.
I just feel like you can't rate movies based off of like just a scene alone.
Mm.
Because like a movie could have like a really dope fighting scene, but overall be trash.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. You know what? That's actually a great fucking point. You know why? Because I could tell you one movie that literally exemplifies your point.
What
I don't
movie?
think I'm gonna let you try. It's a superhero movie. I'll give you a hint. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say.
A superhero movie.
Should I maybe narrow it down more? It's not a Marvel film. Those are the two hints you'll get. But that's it.
It's a superhero movie, not a Marvel film.
It narrows
Uh,
it down by a lot, but like, let's see if you get it.
well, I'm immediately thinking DC film.
Okay.
Um, Batman vs Superman.
Yes. You got it. Fuck yeah. Yes. What scene though? What scene? You know the scene. If you got the movie, you know the scene.
um, it wasn't that scene that they had on like when they were showing the trailers with Batman slinging from the fucking the zip line.
No.
It's not the scene where he dies.
No, 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 no.
It's not that end fight.
It's the end fight, but like when he has to go save Martha
Yeah,
to
and
go.
he sacrifices himself.
Oh, like yeah, on the bomb, but he doesn't die.
Oh,
Batman.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. It's taken straight out of the Arkham video games, like the way
Mm.
that the fight's set up, and that's why it's such a great fight. You know, the choreographer, right, who made that fight is
I'm gonna say I didn't hate Batman vs Superman.
yeah. Apparently, the Snyder director's cut was much better than
That was
the.
Justice League though.
No, they had another. There was a Snyder's director's cut for that movie as well.
Was there? I didn't see that one.
Yeah, no, it wasn't as. It just wasn't as marketed. I guess it was. I forgot what they called it. They called it some. They had a name for it, but the Ultimate Edition maybe. But yeah, I
Oh
never
yeah,
saw it.
Ultimate Edition.
But yeah, that movie was not great, but that scene was amazing. I love that scene. For anyone that doesn't know, it's just like warehouse Batman scene. Great film. I mean, great scene. Not great film.
Also, HBO Max has
The
the
Ultimate Edition.
Ultimate Edition instead of the theatrical cut.
Here you go. Yeah, check it out. I hear it's better. And I
I'm
believe
gonna
it
watch
because
it
after
tonight.
seeing the Snyder cut of Justice League, it's a
Mhm.
totally different movie
It
than the.
was. I really enjoyed the Snyder cut of Justice.
Yeah, I was like, what? This is, what is this? I was like, this is like not even the same, like, not even like, pretty much like,
Right.
it was totally different film. I was like, I thought it was like, oh, you add a few scenes, right? You know what I mean?
Nope.
Like 10 extra. No, man, it is something totally different.
Whole different movie. And like it
Yeah.
doesn't even feel as long as it was.
Yeah. But it's a great film. The Justice League one, the Snyder cut. But yeah, but I feel like we've talked enough. Then I feel like we gotta talk about what we're gonna talk about next week. What are we gonna talk about next week?
We will let you guys know next
Next
week.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks for watching and joining the Anything and Everything podcast. Once again, I'm Dan Gill. You guys know Drew over here. And see you next week for the big drop
Oh yeah, I'm dropping my first single in a while.
Where will the people be able to listen to it on?
It will come out at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. New York City time, right? It'll be available on all streaming platforms: Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music,
You heard it here first.
YouTube. Yeah,
All I ever wanted on all streaming platforms.
yeah.
Next
We'll do the
next week,
world premiere
9:30
right here.
9:30 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, it's been getting pretty good reviews. So, from like the people that I've heard it, I've sent it to a few blogs, a few radio stations, and stuff like that. So definitely check it out, and we'll talk more about that next week. Thank you guys for joining.
Peace out.
Peace.